Hi, welcome again to Quikbiz Education. My name is Dwayne, and today we're going to be looking at market research, another exciting topic for you to help with your revision as you prepare for your examinations. All right. So what is a market research? That's the first question for us today. So a market research is simply just gathering information, right? You're trying to collect whatever information you can from the marketplace to know actually what is happening. So it's really about gathering the information, recording the information, analyzing the information that will help a company in their marketing processes, okay? Now we have primary market research and also secondary market research. The primary market research is where you want to ascertain information firsthand. You want to be the person to write your surveys and to go out and to conduct the interviews to collect that information firsthand. Not getting it from anyone else, but you are getting it from the source. And then for secondary market research is really using data that has already been published. So it's like someone would have already done the work for you, and then you're using that information to your benefit. Now, why is it important to really carry out a market research? I have here that one, when you carry out a market research, what you're doing is really you're trying to ascertain information about the current size of the market. Because look at it, if you're going to go into a market, definitely you'd want to know the size of the market. Is this a market that is growing? And here I have market growth as well. But you want to know the current size of the market. You don't want to go into a market that is saturated, that have so many competitors. And also, as I mentioned, competitors, when you conduct a market research, you'll also be getting information about the competition, what is actually happening in the market. You'll have information about your competitors, and then you'll know how to position yourself. And as I mentioned before, market growth. Doing a market research is also to find out whether or not there is potential for you to grow in this market. What is happening in this industry? Are people buying more products? Is it just a seasonal thing? Will this go on for the next foreseeable future? And then when you are doing your surveys, when you're conducting your research, they should really be it should really be about avoiding biases. It should be about avoid using jargons, technical terms that the average man on the street would not understand. Use simple language that people can understand and give you a truthful response. And then it should also include open and closed questions, especially when you're doing a survey or when you're creating your instrument. You just don't want to give people closed-ended questions, yes or no, but you want to give them open-ended questions where they can express and you can get more information to analyze. So let's move over to this side of the board now. Let's look at the methods of primary research, because as I mentioned here, we have primary market research and you also have secondary market research. So on the methods of primary market research, here are some that I've listed. I think this would have covered everything. You have surveys, you have interviews, you have focus groups, and then you have observation. Now with the surveys, that can be done where you can have a telephone conversation and you have questions. The traditional way is having questionnaires where you would hand them out and people would complete and then you would collect. But now we can do it online, and you can also use the postal services where you can send the survey through the postal services. But there are advantages and disadvantages of doing that. that and, for using any of these. For the interviews, this is, as you know, you will sit in front of someone and then you'll interview that person to ascertain the information that you want. In doing an interview, you can have more information. The information can be more varied and you can go into deeper discussion and you can get an understanding or feeling of what your interviewee is talking about. All right. And then you have the focus group. Normally, this is set by, you can use demographic information. You can use different information to have a focus group. It's where you have probably, say, 6 to 20, depends on the number, depends on what you're researching. And then these people would sit in a group and then you'll have the discussion with them about this particular product. So it's more focused. And then you have observation where you look at what is happening, you do your observation, you can have a tally chart to see what is happening based on what you are observing. So these are really just the methods for primary research. This is about you collecting the information for yourself. All right, now we move on to secondary market research. Here we have the market analysis. We have academic journals and government publications, and we also have media articles. Remember now, as I mentioned before, the secondary market research is about you using information that has already been published. So in the market analysis, here we can find information on the World Wide Web. We can find information about different organizations, about NGOs, and so on. For the academic journals and government papers, now we know academic journals. This is where you have universities. They normally would conduct research on a particular subject area, and then you can get that information after it is in the academic journals. And then for the government aspect of it, government publications, you can get information from census. So you'll know the age, you'll know the mortality rate, the population, gender, and all of that information that you would receive from a census. And then the media articles, again, we're looking at blogs, we're looking at Wikipedia, and these are very helpful in terms of understanding. But when you're doing your market research, you have to be able to get the information, analyze the information, and ensure that the information is really relevant to what you're doing. All right, so I do hope that you enjoy this. And guys, I'm just promoting this shirt in green. So, you can see the description in the link if you want to sport something like this. It's very cozy, very nice. So you'll see the description in the link. If you want to make your orders, then we'll have that and we'll give you further information. All right, thank you guys for watching today. Have a wonderful day.